Well, here's 6 cows that's due to calve anytime. Their udders are getting tight. They're sprung pretty good. And this calf up here was born yesterday. It's a bull calf out of our cleanup bull. In fact, all these cows are going to be bred to the cleanup bull, which is a mid-magnitude son. So I got that one yesterday. I had a break from the feeder auction, so I gave it a shot of multi-man and weighed it. It was a 76-pound bull calf. And then this morning I came out, stuck the tag in its ear. So that's what we're waiting on here, and I'm guessing these cows are all going to pop pretty close to the same time. Well, today is feeder auction day at the White River Valley Feeder Association, and we have started running cattle across the scales. And I'll explain the process here. So my job is I let them through this head gate onto the scales. Somebody pushes them from behind to get them in there. Maybe they'll come through.
I've been talking to them.
They go onto the scales. I close the gate. The office folks weigh them.
10-8, 10-8.
And tell us what pen to put them in. We have FFA kids.
So is there direct heifers? No. Okay.
And going right down to the pen. So that's a little idea of what I do here at the feeder auction, and then I'm one of the ring man of the night taking bids. Okay, so what this group does is the cattle come through and they put the back tags on them so we know who the owners are. So that's the process, and they'll head them in to me where I can get them on the scales.
Go, Jeff.
So I get the receipt to hand into the office. And so we've got 2 black white faced bulls coming through.
Come on. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, whoop.
Alright, now what they're doing is trying to sort a pen of directs. It takes 6 calves about similar size and weights to be a direct.
My stool that I sit on.
And as you can see, sometimes things go well and sometimes they don't. Okay, once all the cattle are checked in, we have to sort them into light groups. And so what's coming around is our 7 weight steers, and this is direct pen from one owner. And that is our last group of steers, so then we will start on bulls. So as I'd mentioned earlier, I did work a feeder calf auction yesterday. And believe it or not, I did mow the yard this morning. Makes it look a lot nicer. It was just getting kind of rough looking. My next project, I hope that I can get my tractor and the bucket in here, and this is where some of my goat kidding pens were. So I'm going to put the bucket on the tractor and see if I can fit through this door and scoop most of this up with the bucket and get it dumped out. So we'll see how this little project goes. Still trying to sell a group of goats here. There's 3 wethers and there's 3 dolings. We're going to keep back 3 dolings ourselves. As always, it's chores never end on the farm. And there's Des. She's not going to have very good breath eating goat manure. Well, part of the goat kidding pens are cleaned out, but this is what happens if you're not extremely careful. And I caught the bucket on this panel. As you can see, it is really messed up. So what I'll do is I'll flip it over and push the bucket down on it and straighten it out the best I can. But anyway, the worst of it's done. Glad to have this project taken care of. Hey, good morning everyone. It is a Saturday morning. Looks like we have rain on the way. And my projects today are, I have to put out a few bales of hay for the cows. And then at 1 o'clock I am heading to Humboldt, Illinois to pick up 7 cows and I think 2 or 3 calves for a friend of mine that was having embryos put in. And that's a 2+ hour drive over and about a 2-hour and 25-minute drive back, because I don't have to go to his house to pick him up to go along. He'll meet me here at Spencer, Indiana. So that's what's going on today. My livestock trailer is already hooked up. Hopefully you can see by the clouds and stuff, and there is a few raindrops already on the tractor window. And I'll just throw in a little bit of trivia question for you. Oftentimes when I come out and I make these videos, I just grab the first hat that's hanging someplace and don't pay any attention to what they are. So maybe you could just keep track of how many different kinds of hats I have and maybe what they say on them or who the sponsors are. They're not sponsors for this channel by any stretch, but just hats that people have given out at trade shows, etc. So that's a little morning update of what's happening here at Fescue Farms. So this is how I'm going to attempt to clean out the trailer. I put the tractor with the bucket underneath the back of the trailer, and I'll just scoop all this stuff out into the bucket. All right, folks, I've got the worst of it cleaned up. I have the loader bucket on the tractor full. And so now I'll have to move the trailer to a spot where I can get to it with the garden hose and hose the rest of it out. So it's an interesting Sunday morning cleaning out the trailer, and I wish these cameras had smell to them, because this trailer was pretty darn rank, I can tell you. So my sinuses, if I have any, they're cleaned out right now. Well, this is the rinse on the trailer. I hope you can tell the difference between parts 1 and 2 of the video and now. All right, the trailer is not quite all the way back to normal. And the reason why I say that, the floor is cleaned off pretty good. But the sides, the only way I can clean those is to get the power washer out. And I've got more cattle to haul, so there's no sense doing a thorough cleaning on this until I get everything hauled for the summer. But it is way, way better than what it was. So happy to get this task done. RMC replacing some power poles on the property. I think there's 3 along the main line and 1 that goes back into another spot, but they just latch hold and pull them out. Okay, here we go, new post going in. Something pretty neat. They have a hydraulic dirt tamper around these. I've never seen one. Wondering if you can get something like that for a tractor.